And I'm like, it's ridiculous that you don't
Uh,
know.
Three. Here we go. Welcome, everyone. It's been a long, journeyous day for me. And let me get some lighting on so you guys can actually see me. Um, yeah, so we're here and we're playing Delta Green. I'm going to let you take it away, Scotty, because I've had a long day.
That's fine. So, welcome back to episode 2 of the Dukes of Alhazred, and tonight we are catching back up with our intrepid cops as they chase down a prime suspect in a murder. Last session, they encountered a call for what appeared initially to be a domestic disturbance, but when they arrived at the scene, they found that there were multiple dead bodies, and upstairs they found a teenager covered in blood and screaming wildly. After a few attempts to get him corralled, they managed to get him arrested and thrown into the back of the squad car, where he proceeded to go berserk. One of our cops decided to go back in the house and gather evidence, which is, hey, great call. The other ones decided that they were going to subdue the suspect who was tearing up their squad car, and in the process accidentally let them loose, and now they're on the run through the neighborhood. So we're going to cut back in and join our cops as they try to find the suspect.
Well, so didn't the ambulance arrived and the doctor arrived to tend to a lady that was bit in the neck by our
Yes,
suspect, and our suspect is still running. Um,
Yeah, I was closest to him, right? And I saw him
yes,
duck into that backyard.
that is correct. You were closest to him, with Ursula following behind, and then Jack had, at the end of the session, jumped into a squad car, I believe, to give chase.
I did.
all right, so I'm
Hey,
still running. Last time last time I checked.
Scotty, should we have applied our skill improvements?
Yes, that is
Oh,
one thing that we should go over real quick before everybody starts. On your character's sheet, if you marked any of your skills as missing, they should there should be a thing to apply skill improvements, and that should automatically do it, I believe.
it does.
Woohoo, it worked.
Um, did I do this right?
Uh, if
Because it
you
did not do anything.
did you all right, so you did mark your skills with the check mark.
I did.
Down at the bottom of that screen on the right hand side, there's a little button marked apply
Apply.
skill improvements. Click that and see if that works.
There we go.
Hey,
Oh,
all
finally, a
right.
dice that isn't 2%.
Hey, Jake. Making Roscoe P. Coltrane proud. Okay, so we've got our skill set supplied. Now what?
Okay, so we will continue with the chase. So we'll start with Iris, since she was closest. You were rounding the corner of the backyard where the suspect disappeared. What are you going to try to do here? Because you've still lost sight of him.
Oh,
Um, I'm gonna quickly scan visually for him. And then if I don't spot it at a quick glance, I'm specifically looking for anything he could be under or behind or
Okay, well, gonna need a roll for that then. So
Okay.
we are going to do a search roll.
search. Fortunately, that's fairly decent for me. Yay.
Yay.
58 on a 62? Yeah. So yeah, you spot what looks like a gate swinging shut towards the end of the row of fencing.
Darting straight for it and kind of bursting through it.
Okay.
Try to catch him off guard right away.
All right. So about this time, Ursula will round the corner following behind and see Iris ducking through a fence and running full tilt down there. And Jack, assuming you're still in the squad car, you would have seen them duck into between two houses. So you can probably catch up to them. Considering you're in a car, it's not going to take you too long to get down the street.
Okay.
So what are you going to do once you get there in the car?
Is there any way of going around the block just to go like around like the other side where he might have gone, not like where they're going, but like around it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the neighborhood will continue around, so you're more than free to head down to the end of the road, hang a right, and circle around the block to make sure he doesn't escape them and get to the other side.
That's my plan, yes.
Yep. All right. That is a great plan. We'll go with that. So you're going to drive on down and start rounding around the other side. So, Iris, you have burst through the fence. Give me an alertness roll.
Right. Sweet. That I actually have to. Okay. Yay.
Okay. So you see a shed in the yard at the other end of the yard, and in there you see the door has been knocked open. It's not fully closed, and you hear something moving around in there.
Okay. In that case, am I aware that I'm sorry, I forgot her character name.
Oh, Ursula?
Yeah. So am I aware that Ursula's still behind me?
You would probably assume that she is continuing the pursuit after you passed her.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and position myself like at the door of the shed, like catty corner to it, with my weapon drawn, ready to enter, but I'm gonna wait for Ursula.
Okay.
All right.
So are you going to enter the yard then, Ursula, and back up?
I'm sure I am.
Okay. So yeah, you enter through the same fence. You see Iris up against a shed, weapon drawn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
How are
like,
you going to
gesture
proceed on
towards
that one?
her.
How sure is he in there? How sure is he in? You are that he's in there.
Hear him, I think.
You think?
Yep.
That's when we find out it's just 3 possums in an overcoat.
Oh my god!
I would say kobolds, but this isn't that type of game.
Didn't we have
Oh.
the name of the person? I forget the name. That it could be the son.
We don't have the
I don't
name.
think we figured out the family names.
No, you guys never really bothered to really check that. Actually, I think someone
No, we did.
investigate the
No, we-
office, so you got the name of the father.
No, I thought that they said in the last round that the name of the kid because the picture showed up of who the kid is in the description, right? And we all agreed that he was a young Dos Santos,
Oh yeah, you had the picture of the kid because you saw him.
right?
Right.
Yeah.
But we don't have a name.
I thought we
Yeah.
had found his wallet at some point.
Nope.
Nope. Someone had checked the office and gotten the name from some of the papers found laying around of the father,
Okay.
but that was about it. And presumably you would know the last name from being in the town.
I'm gonna call out into the shed and go, "Hey kid, listen, you gave us a good chase. Whatever you're on, we'll get you help for it, but you need to calm down and come out."
Okay, so at that point you hear something fairly large, scrambling around in there. Something falls down, and then you hear the kid start shrieking and yelling again to go away, to leave him alone.
Not
We
this again. All right.
well, isn't he? Is his arm still bound? Like he was running with his body
Oh, yeah,
handcuffed.
I mean, he's still handcuffed. As far last you saw him, he was still handcuffed.
Okay. I'm like, Can't we need to take you somewhere because something at your place, a lot of bad things have happened, and we need to make sure that it wasn't you being the bad thing. So come on out. Please come on out.
Go
Do
ahead
I
and
have
give me a persuade roll.
well,
That worked about as well as you expected it to work.
yeah. Um I draw my weapon and shoot a bullet into the ground. I'm like, I'm not kidding. You need to get out.
Okay. So yeah, you fire around into the ground. So Jack, as you're circling the block, you hear a gunshot.
I'm not.
Oh,
Well,
that's-
Iris, you were standing there with it with your piece in your hand. You had any other ideas? I would have been open to it.
speed up a little, I guess.
All right. So yeah, I mean you're on the other side of the block now. You got the lights and sirens going. I'm presuming.
Mhm.
Oh no, I don't want them to know that I'm coming. I don't have the sirens going. Maybe
Okay.
the lights, but not the sirens.
All right. Well, that's fair.
And it's mid-afternoon if I remember correctly, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's not dark yet, so I don't need to have light or anything like that. Okay.
No.
So, how do we get this guy out? Did he respond to anything?
I'm gonna pull
the
out.
gunshot, he started freaking out a little bit, and you hear more rustling around inside, and something else falls over.
I'm gonna pull out my taser,
Oh, I forgot I had one of those.
and I'm gonna ask Ursula to cover me.
The best and brightest of prosperity.
And I'm gonna go in and I guess try to tase the kid.
All right.
That
At
worked
least
so well
let-
last time.
but hang on. Let me rephrase this. I want to go in and try to grab the kid, but if he moves at all towards me, I'm ready to tase him.
Okay.
Reevaluating my choices.
Okay, so yeah, you open the door, you step in.
I have.
I'll
Go
say
ahead.
flashlight or anything. Since I mean it's a shed, it's not exactly well lit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How big is the shed? Is it like a lawnmower shed, or is it like
It's
one
a
of
fairly
those?
sizable shed. You fit a riding lawnmower, some shelves in there, storage.
Okay, so we're not talking about like.
Like 6x9.
Yeah,
Yep, that's about right.
he can hide, but not too well.
No, there's not a whole lot of room to move.
Okay. Okay.
There
All right.
could be chainsaws and a whole
I'm
bunch of
gonna
other
assume-
things. Have fun.
I'm gonna
He's-
assume that we have flashlights. Actually,
Well, yeah, I mean you would absolutely have a flashlight. That's pretty much standard issue.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be like, Ursula, can you get your flashlight?
Yeah, sure. I got you covered with the flashlight and the pistol in the other hand. Let's go.
All right. And then I'm gonna go in, tase at the ready, and try to grab the kid.
Okay.
Okay.
What do I need to roll? Because I know there's gotta be something.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first thing is going to be a search roll to find the kid in there, because it's still dark. Eyes adjusting to the lack of light as the flashlight shines behind you. So give me that search roll. See what we get here. 27.
Nice. Very nice.
So yeah, you do see something moving over in the back corner. You see what looks to be knocked over rakes and other lawn stuff. There looks like there might have been a spilled can of paint rolling across the ground and a lawnmower, some weed eaters, things like that in there. But yeah, you see what looks like the huddled form of the kid in the back corner.
Do I see any sign of any weapons in his hands?
You don't even see his hands really.
Okay.
That doesn't bode well. Okay.
Well, last you saw him, he was handcuffed with his hands behind his back.
Oh, so is he facing towards me?
Yes, and you see his legs kind of kicking out like he's trying to somehow push himself through the side of the wall of the shed to get out and get further
Okay.
away from you.
Then I'm gonna go in and try to grab him by the arm and like haul him up and out.
Okay, so yeah, as soon as you go towards him, give me an alertness roll when you get close to him.
All right. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, you see him look up at you. He starts, shrieking, "Don't touch it! Don't touch me! Get away from me! Go away!" And you see his foot get ready to come up to kick you.
That's okay.
All right.
So what are you gonna do with that?
I'm gonna grab him by the foot to kind of get him off balance, and then as he starts to go down, grab his arm and like haul him up by
All
releasing.
right.
Does that make any sense?
Well, I mean, remember, hands are behind his back, so you're basically grabbing upper shoulder area because it's going to be
Basically,
kind of twisted
you gonna,
back.
are you gonna grab that kid by his foot and drag him out here?
I mean, that's what I just got. I kind of was like, get him off balance and then grab him physically and haul him up. So, I'm not lifting the kid the whole damn way.
Oh, okay. I mean, you got the super strong woman behind you too to help with
I
that.
was like, that's what I'm saying. If you got his foot, I can take care of it.
All right.
Alright.
So yeah, if you're going to grapple with them, give me a unarmed
Who, me or Iris?
Right.
Iris.
Oh,
There we go.
All
I'm
right.
not going to point it out, Ray, but you're rolling well.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, way to jinx her.
I've been
I t-
lucky so far, and I feel like this is not going to continue. So,
Yeah, so I mean, you managed to grab him. He kind of starts trying to kick out. You grab the foot. You kind of jerk him, pulls him down a little bit, so he's definitely off balance. You've got his foot kind of holding him up in the air. So yeah, he's trying to scramble away, but you got a good grip on him, and
I'm gonna radio Jack.
get him, Ursula.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna proceed to approach Iris and try to help her wrangle this kid out. Um,
I mean,
she's got
fortunately,
one.
he's already handcuffed.
Well, no, I'm gonna do his feet, his ankles now at this point, so he can't run away. He's gonna be hogtied.
All right.
Because if we're gonna have to carry him by his arms and by his ankles into the squad car so that he lays like a plank in the back seat.
Sounds good. All right. So I guess if you get his upper half, I'll cuff his legs.
Okay. So you have him unbalanced. He's I assume he's either sideways or on his chest. So I'm gonna grab him by the elbows to hold him down so you can get his feet.
Okay.
All right.
Are we succeeding there, Scotty?
Yeah,
Over
I mean,
there
you guys
trying-
pretty much
Okay.
pretty much have him restrained fairly well at this point. So yeah, you guys can kind of manhandle him out.
All right. So we're gonna radio Jack and be like, "Hey, we gotta pull the car up."
Yeah, I imagine that he's just like a plank at this point. He can't run away, but he also can't move his arms either.
Yeah, he's kind
He's
of
just
struggling,
flopping like a fish.
but he is struggling. But you guys pretty much have him pinned and cuffed and subdued well enough that he's not gonna really go anywhere at this point unless you guys decide to, let him out of the squad car again.
No, that's fine.
I wasn't
He's gonna.
letting him out of the squad car. I was subduing him in the squad car. He just happened to get by me.
Well,
Can we get Doc over here too? 'Cause
Of course,
think
I
we
probably
need
would have
some
had him
sense
had
of
a
order.
gnome not hit me in the head.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you imagined that part.
That was a very vivid, painful hallucination.
Yeah.
I will pull the squad car up because I'm right there anyways.
Okay, we can take him back to where Doc is. With
Let's
the car.
take him to the hospital. This guy's crazy. Get him in the car. Let's just go.
Are we
Yeah,
not
he needs site care, but he needs to be under police supervision the entire time.
okay? Do we have a way to do we communicate back to dispatch so they could talk to EMS?
Yeah, I'm sure
Well,
we have a
Doc's on
radio.
site, isn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's around the block from the car.
I'm not opening that door again. I
Well,
don't care if he kills himself.
just-
I'm not opening
He's
that
just
door
laying.
again.
He's laying on his torso
I don't want to know him in the
across
head.
the back seat. Like on that's
You
the only
don't
way.
know, but
We just kind of like threw him like a rug in there.
Yeah, so Jack, you have this kid in the back of your squad again, and he's rolling around trying to kick at the doors.
straight to the hospital. Do not pass go.
That's fine. Me and Iris go get the other vehicle.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
Do we want to check out the house more before we go? Just complete all that stuff, or were we done in the house?
I
guess
think-
was.
Yeah,
We checked the body. We found the liquid. We found a wallet. There was nothing underneath the dead body. We went into the office. There was
Do
nothing
we
in the
have
guest room.
names for our reports?
no, we don't.
Let's go finish that. Let Jack take him in.
Okay. And then all we found out was that this was the family because of the pictures around the house.
Where is
That's
Jack
our
taking
educated
him?
guess at this point.
Huh?
Is Jack taking him to the doctor or is he taking him to psycho?
I believe they said to take him to the hospital, but that is your call.
Yeah.
I'm just asking what they said. Missed it.
I said take him to the hospital. Take him to the psych facility. Not to a
All right.
regular doctor. Doc is the EMS dude, right?
Right.
Doc Henry is the local old doctor. He runs the local Doc in the Box. So he's usually the closest emergency call for medical emergency response, since getting EMS from the hospital is, can be 20, 30 minutes or more.
You might as well just go to the hospital because it's no point to backtrack now because it's going to be forever to get this kid there anyway.
So is the woman at the station, is she named Barbara? Let her be named Barbara.
The woman at the station?
Yeah, who handles the radios.
That's
don't know.
Herschel.
Herschel,
Herschel's
yeah.
a guy.
Herschel. That's right.
Herschel is
Herschel.
not
Guy.
a woman.
I'm
They
sorry. I thought it was
made-
a woman. Herschel.
That's really impolite just to assume my gender like that. I know that I have this voice, but I can't help it. It's just not polite. You don't see me making fun of your name, Jack. Maybe you're overcompensating with those arms or something.
Come on, at least get creative and use something like Jack jump over the candlestick or something.
Oh, I thought you were more mature than that, but okay.
I'm
if that's what
not.
you want.
I'm not mature, not at all. I don't know what gave you that impression as I picked on you and pushed you and teased you.
All right. So, yes, I let out a big huff like, all right, we're going to have to go back to that house anyway to go get the other car. So, do you have any, Iris, do you have any other, since you were like the last one in the house, anything you think you may have missed that we need to go backtrack for?
I
So I
mean,
went, go ahead.
there's the stuff I tagged and bagged, but that bottle's moonshine, and I don't know if you noticed that. The clear jug they found,
Yeah.
moonshine, and I mean, it's just one of the guys that works down at the paper mill. Like, it's one of those like managers up there.
Okay.
Saw the last name, don't remember it, but that's the dad. So I assume it's mom and kid, but based on the pictures.
Okay. I didn't see that house to be very big. Did we see if there was a basement or no? I know we went all the way up to the second floor.
You did not see any sort of basement there.
Okay. All right. So
I guess
we
I'm
need to
taking
get.
him to the hospital.
All right.
All right. So Jack is heading over to Bland County Regional.
We got to go pick up the car and take all the evidence, I guess, back to the station.
Yeah.
All right. To the station.
If you could get a name, that would be wonderful.
What?
Jack, if you could get a name so I could tell the hospital who this person is.
All right.
I assume we're gonna find that searching the house the second time, though.
Yeah, but if
Okay.
you guys are taking the time and glancing through it before you guys leave, you would
Yeah.
find basic information on that. You would find that the father's name was William McKean, the mother was Barbara McKean, and the son's name is Joseph McKean.
Joey Joe. All right.
Well, let's radio Jack with that info.
All right.
Be like, "Hey, your passenger's Joseph McKean."
I'm assuming he's thrashing and banging his head still.
Oh yeah, he is pretty much doing everything but knocking himself out.
Let him kill himself.
Oof. Well,
I'm not the greatest cop in the world.
none of
I'm
us
not
are.
saying he's a bad cop, but he's kind of a bad cop.
I'm just kind of.
He's the type of cop that would pull his ex over just because.
Oof.
It tracks for cops, but oof.
I mean that is
I'm going for well-intentioned but a brute.
don't make me call the Brute Squad. You are the Brute Squad. So Jack, you head out to the hospital. Like I said, it's going to take you about 20-30 minutes to get out there, unless you're really speeding and going as fast as you can.
No, I'm not. I got the lights on, but I'm not like going 60 over. I'm going like 10, 15 over.
Okay, I mean that's fine. Yeah, you'll make it there fine. That's no big deal there. So yeah, you'll get there. They'll get you, him checked in. They'll get him put up in a room, and I assume that you are going to basically be making sure they cuff him or restrain him to the bed.
Yeah, absolutely. This guy is crazy. And I
So
literally will use those terms when I talk to the doctor.
So my next question there is, are you going to be staying around to stay with the kid, or are you heading back to the station to start filing
No,
paperwork?
I mean, I would have to probably stay with the kid until I get relieved. I would assume.
I mean, that's up to you guys. It's your call.
He's a murder suspect. There would be somebody on guard with him.
I would
24/7.
prefer.
So I'm sticking around.
You guys just don't have a lot of cops to spare for stuff, so that's why I asked.
He's a murder suspect. We don't get murders that often. This would probably be priority number one.
I mean, other
This
than
is
like
accurate. This is like
having
the
the-
first
the-
murder in 15 years.
yeah, well, I mean, it's
And
what,
it's a
like
double
6,000
murder.
6,000 people. If somebody's just like it's
Well, 5,999 or 98 now.
I was about to say it's all family here at this point. Practically tripping over your cousins.
So we'll transfer back over to the police station, because assuming Iris and
Ursula
are heading back to the police station.
Yeah. With all her stuff.
Checking in evidence, all that jazz, putting them in the
Bins.
files and writing what we can for reports and all that jazz.
Did the can we excuse me? Can we call Jack and find out if they put an eval on that kid and find out if what is his deal?
And everybody should be back on the scene, or at least have access to it. to view it now for
Mhm.
stream. Okay, so yeah, Jack, you get the radio signal. Hey, what's happening with the kid at the hospital?
Yep.
I don't know. I don't have his access to his medical records.
Well, it's an
Why would they?
investigation.
They wouldn't tell. You would have to get a warrant for that.
Wow.
right.
So now he respects people's privacies and warrants.
All right, so no longer probable cause for that. All right, well, how do we get a warrant around this town?
You would basically have to file for a warrant and show cause and send it over to the courthouse to have a judge sign off. In this particular
Pretty sure we
case,
could have
I mean, at this point, it's
could have
one of
gotten an emergency warrant.
at this point, it's going to be one of those things that honestly, hospital's going to try to sedate him. For one, they're going to start running checks for drugs. Do the standard lab workup for
Which I
that
probably
because
wouldn't have any of that information yet. So
no, I mean, that's going to take a little while. So Jack is going to be cooling his heels until he is relieved of duty, unless he wants to come back to the station.
I don't see the point. We'd leave this guy; he could get out. He's a slippery one.
That he is. That he is.
What do we have any news about the lady that he bit?
She would have been taken to the hospital as well. She would have been treated for injuries and released because it was not life-threatening.
Okay, I might take a car and go talk to her to get witness statement and that jazz.
Okay. So, yeah, you have the option there. I mean, it's going to take a little while for her to get treated and seen to, so we'll basically be killing another hour or two at the station or doing paperwork and processing all the evidence. Ursula, anything you're planning to do?
I thought I'm going to be doing the processing and stuff like that. I'm just sitting here making copies.
Yeah, well, I mean, I figured that, but I didn't know if there was anything else you were planning to look into or do other than that.
Oh, by the way,
No,
Scotty, I am
no.
totally looking at his medical chart, even though I'm not supposed to.
Okay, so doctors will come back in after they've done the preliminary lab results. They will tell you that it's inconclusive at the moment. They're still running more tests. But if you are going to be looking at his lab results, go ahead and give me a general knowledge roll, because let's see how much you know about reading a medical chart.
Knowledge, where would that be?
It's just going to be intelligence times 5.
Intelligence times 5. Okay.
So I think you can just roll that.
Intelligence roll.
Yep.
It's successful.
Okay, successful, but a little high, not a low roll there.
No,
so basically, the tests that you can read and interpret, the preliminary blood tests are coming back negative for the normal drugs, PCP, meth, crack cocaine, etc. There are traces of alcohol in his system, which is kind of expected. There are traces of marijuana in the system, which is less obviously expected, but not surprising.
Right. Okay.
Now you do note on the chart that they have pretty much given him at least a couple doses now of stuff to calm his ass down and knock his ass out.
And he's
as you sit next to him in this chair in the hospital, you're sitting there looking at him and going, well, that sure as fuck ain't working. Because, yeah, he's a little sluggish, but he ain't out.
At some point, we're going to have to talk to this kid about what is going on. Is he sedated? Is he sedated to be calm, or so he's still like conscious? Correct? Like
he's conscious, but I talking to him now wouldn't be held up in court because he's under drugs.
Well, we got to get a clue about something. We can't just stand around here.
I can stand around here. I'm waiting for him.
That's
you
fair enough.
guys, you guys have capabilities of doing stuff. I'm sitting at the hospital waiting for him.
I think I'm at a standstill. I don't know what to do next, other than take my
Research the
coffee.
family, research the
Oh,
house.
Test the moonshine, that kind of shit.
do we have that ability at the thing, or we had to send it out to a lab?
That's going to be sent out to a lab. You guys do not have the ability to start doing any sort of conclusive tests unless you want to just drink it yourself and see what the hell's going on with it.
I assume we're sending it to like Richmond.
No, you guys got to send it to the big city of Roanoke.
Wait, isn't Roanoke on the other side
It's a
of the
joke.
state? Okay. Sorry.
Because locally, that's the big city, because that actually probably is the closest big city.
I thought we were in Western Virginia.
You
Yeah,
are.
Roanoke's in Western Virginia.
I thought it was in I thought it was off
No.
the coast.
No.
No.
We live off, Scotty and I live off the coast. Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth, Suffolk, Newport News, Hampton are the eastern cities, not Roanoke. Richmond's the center.
Roanoke
West
is about an hour and a half northeast of where Prosperity would be.
I am mixing it up with the colony.
You're thinking North Carolina.
I am.
So-
Wrong state.
Yeah, that's
Regional
what
knowledge
that's,
is a thing.
That's what I just did. I was like, why am I thinking it? I'm like, nope. I mixed it up with the colony. So
If there's anything on his medical chart that I don't understand, I'd like to send a note over to my friend and text over to my friend and see if she knows anything. Emily?
Oh, the doctor?
Yeah, the veterinarian doctor.
Yeah, sure. What questions are you going to have there to ask her?
I want to ask about the drugs that they're trying to sedate him with. Like, how much would it take to actually sedate someone?
So
As he Googles the answer.
absolutely. I absolutely will, because I like keeping it accurate. So yeah, based on the chart, and I'm going to take a wild guess, you're probably going to send her pictures of the chart just to.
Oh God,
she
yeah,
can see
because
it.
I'm lazy.
I can
just
text all
imagine-
this, or I can just take a picture of someone's confidential chart.
I just imagine he's trying to text all the different medical things, and it just keeps on like thumbing it the wrong way. Fuck it, just.
Barbitwitz keeps turning into Barbarella.
Yeah.
Yeah, my computer skills aren't very good, so yeah, probably.
And somehow, after he corrects Barbarella, it turns into Barbitches. And yeah, it just gets worse from there. So yeah, eventually you just give up, take the pictures, send it over of the chart. She will email or text back a little bit later, not long, but a little bit later. And the first question out of her mouth is, do I want to know where you're getting these? And two, that is a really high dosage.
High enough for a horse? Because I'm not a smart man.
Well, her response to that is, well, not Clydesdale, but it would probably knock out a Shetland pony.
Fuck is all I reply back.
Those are two very different sizes. Just saying. The Shetland's smaller than most humans.
Well, yes, but this is also a smaller kid, too, so.
Sure.
Yeah, a Shetland would still be heavier than most humans, though, even though smaller.
And I will point out that he specifically asked about a horse, so.
I did, yeah.
I did an apples to apples comparison. It's not going to take out a Clydesdale, but, a Shetland pony it might take under.
I mean, she's a vet. That's why I went horse. Um. Okay. What is keeping this kid up then?
That is an excellent question. Too bad you don't have an excellent answer to go with it.
Evening, Evil. How are you? Yeah, I don't have a good answer for that.
Well-
So yeah, until he
Well,
breaks free and kills me, I'm good.
so optimistic about this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll cut back to the station real quick, where there is another phone call coming into the station, and Herschel picks up the phone because Herschel's the dispatch. Herschel, good old Herschel.
Mm-hmm.
You've got HR. I mean, Prosperity Police Department. How can I help you? Okay. What's the address? Okay, I'll see if I can send somebody over. Is there anything else? Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. And he hangs up and he turns around and looks at you guys and, hey, we've got another report of something of like an incident out. It sounds like there's an alcohol related incident. There's some people fighting in a yard.
More alcohol. Hmm. All right.
All right, Ursula, we going together or you want to drive separate?
I guess we're gonna go together.
Okay.
So let's. We could take one of the bigger vehicles though, in case we have to take more than one person.
SUV.
Yep. All right. So we get in the car. We're gonna go. Um. I'm like, I
All
hope
right, Tycoon.
not. I'm not gonna lie. As I'm driving, I'm not gonna lie. I really hope that they knock each other out before we get there. Makes catching them way easier.
I'm with you, but I'd rather not arrest anybody else tonight after all that shenanigans either, though.
Well, if it's drunk related, they may just have to stay a night over here in our drunk tank in order to get everybody to get to cool down.
Are we
Listen,
even big enough to have a drunk tank?
our floor plan says it.
I mean, you have a couple cells that you have available, so technically you could throw a couple people in a cell and just let them sleep it off.
Yep, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean, it's not a ton of space, but you've got a little room.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you guys pile on into the car or the SUV and you head on out. Who's driving?
I'll drive.
Okay.
All right.
So, yeah, you guys start heading out towards the address for the call. And you're probably about 3/4 of the way out, and go ahead and give me an alertness roll.
Both of us or just her?
Whoever's driving.
That's her.
Okay, so you see a car coming towards you on the other side of the road, and you notice that they are weaving very badly.
Okay. What do you want? Are they like driving? Did they pass us, or they're just coming like sneaking down the road?
They're a little ways out ahead of you, but you can tell they are not keeping their lane. They appear to be weaving and not steady behind the wheel at all.
Are they facing us, or are they driving away from us?
They're coming towards you.
All right, I'm gonna put on the sirens and flashlights.
Okay, that doesn't seem to really do anything to them. They're still coming.
Oh, okay. I am going to pull our whole thing over.
So you're just pulling off the side of the road?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you pull off the side of the road, and a moment or two later, they pass you by, and as you look over, you see a woman behind the wheel, and she is clearly barely keeping her eyes open and like the steering wheel is in a death grip, and there is just weaving back and forth, and yeah. So what are you doing?
Okay, now that I know that she's not gonna hit us head on, I'm gonna pull a U-turn back into the road and try to like get on my call, pull over, try to get her attention.
So the window rolls down, and you see an arm come out, and you see the whole pass me by gesture.
Person in the vehicle, we're talking to you to pull over.
And yeah, so that doesn't seem to do anything except she starts speeding up and weaving faster.
All
Like
right,
now starting to get really jerky.
all right, Iris, we can do a couple of things. I can super speed in front of her and then slam the brakes for her to rear end us. That's probably gonna kill her. Uh,
Probably
or
not
we
the
get
best idea of the day. We already
or
had 2 people die tonight.
or we could just let her go and go to the domestic that we're supposed to go to anyway.
Is there any other way we can get this person off the road?
I don't have. I mean, I'm not gonna shoot her tires. I'm driving.
I mean, you are cops. You are in theory trained on offensive driving maneuvers like pit maneuvers and things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of talking about. But like she
In
may.
theory, at least.
Yeah.
Do you have anything in driving? Might be the question.
That is
I
an
I'm gonna
excellent
ask her how
question.
good she is at driving. How about that?
I do, but I'm not there.
I have a 50 in drive.
Okay, I also have a 50 in drive, so we're the same.
Well,
Um, 50
so-
50 chance of you hitting this fit maneuver. I'm leaving the call up to you.
all right, let's do it because this one's a menace. Either we're gonna have to deal with her now, or have to deal with her on the way back because she'd hit something.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll pull a maneuver in order to kind of like push her off the road.
We're also
Okay.
gonna call in that we're stopping a drunken driver as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, because otherwise, poor Jack's just sitting here wondering what the hell's going on back at station because no one's announced over radio that hey, there's a riot going on and fights breaking out.
What? Where?
The call you were going to, the whole fight on the front lawn.
Oh, yeah. So I guess I'm gonna roll for this to see if I'm successful in trying to stopping her vehicle.
No, you actually aren't because before you can start lining yourself up to catch up to her and stage a pit maneuver, she goes off the road and slams into a power pole.
Okay. Jeez.
And a second later, she goes flying through the windshield.
Well, that's an EMS call.
Dispatch, we need EMS at this location. And then I'm gonna kind of rush out and see if I can do anything. I'm gonna
I'm
guess
just gonna
probably
roll.
not.
Like you open the door and get out, and I'm just gonna be having the car engine and roll down the window. Um, do we have to get the wheelbarrow? Is she dead yet?
Wow.
Uh,
Wow.
Not
That
dead
is
yet. Think I'll go for a walk.
Do I need to roll for medical or anything, Scotty?
um yeah, give me a first aid roll.
I don't
Ooh,
know. Jack.
failure. You make it worse.
um
you trip over her dead body.
well, this is clearly a person. So
For what?
this is clearly a person, and in your frantic effort to save her, you roughly jerk her over and turn her over onto her back to check her pulse and breathing. Ignoring all safety precautions of not moving traumatized victims like that. And all you see looking down at her is basically, gurgling and blood coming out of her mouth as her eyes are wide open, seeing nothing. And there is very little breath coming out. Everything that's coming out is bubbles of blood. And yeah, so go ahead and roll sanity for that one, because it looks like her face went, face first through a meat grinder.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay,
mean-
so
no.
roll 1d4.
Tycoon, thanks for follow. I didn't see that 10 minutes ago because I don't have my follow stuff on. Because this is still a new game. I haven't set it up yet.
All right, so you lose 1 point of sanity to that.
Ooh.
All right.
Somebody lost some sanity. Finally.
Still have
I was wondering
64.
when that was going to happen. It's called a Cthulhu game, and we made it a whole episode without losing sanity. I was surprised.
Why do you think I didn't fuck with the flipping of the body that Ursula was trying to do? I was like, I really don't wanna.
See, that's why the kid gloves have come off, and now the fun begins. Okay, so yeah.
I'm gonna yell for Ursula to get over here and help because I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
All right. I had to
need to
get
check
out
first
and
aid, don't
pull
I?
the properly park the car. Make
She
sure I
is
lock the
dead Jim
vehicle.
past the ketchup.
Make sure I grab the keys so nobody steals my squad card behind my back.
I would not. No, I would absolutely do that.
Exactly, because that's what I would do. All right, I'm like, how bad is it? And I don't know, like turning the corner around the wreckage. I'm like,
so yeah. While you're passing the wreckage, give me an alertness roll.
yay.
Okay, so you notice that some of the fluids that have been leaking out of the bottom of this car are starting to ignite.
Hey, if she's not gonna, if you can't like pull that together, you may want to get out of there. All right.
All right, I'm gonna move then.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, technically the body is like a good 20, 30 feet of, in front of the car at this point, so.
Yeah,
Am I
but
far enough away?
I'm gonna like the car looks like it's about to explode, and I don't have any. Do we have a fire extinguisher in the car?
Sure.
I would
Mm.
presume that
follow
there is
police cars?
probably a fire extinguisher in the car.
Is the fire small enough that I could take care of it with a fire extinguisher?
Yeah,
Oh,
roll
sweet.
luck and see.
Well,
Mm.
I'm gonna call for. We already called for EMS. I'm
I
gonna
don't
call
know
for
how to.
fire while she does that.
I don't know how to roll for luck.
At the very top of your character sheet, there's a button marked roll luck between right next to pop out.
Oh shit! All the way up there. Okay. Ah.
Oh yeah, no, it quickly becomes a blaze.
Yeah. That is not good. Okay. I'm about to go back to the car. I'll meet you there.
So are you going to attempt, because you don't technically know she's dead, are you going to attempt some mouth-to-mouth or, CPR or something there to try to, save her? Because
I'm
you're critical
going
failure.
to
You have
attempt
no clue.
CPR, but not mouth to mouth if she's bubbling blood.
Do you need me to come over there to help? Like, are we? I'm trying to figure out where the car.
Probably.
All right, so like I'm like gonna run over and try to. Oh, what was that?
Me failing again for first aid.
Oh,
That's what that is.
okay.
I really don't know how to do CPR. Apparently.
Yeah, so apparently you are now rolling her back over onto her front to apply the Heimlich maneuver while laying down.
Oh, hey. I don't know. I don't.
I did curse you, didn't I?
I don't know if I
Right?
can do anything better.
Yes, you did curse me.
So Jack, yeah, you hear your fellow officers start calling for
Well, I'm not doing any better.
EMS, then for fire. So, what's your reaction to the fact that your partners are now calling for all these other medical services and everything else?
Man, I wish I was there. I mean, unless somebody comes and relieves me, I have this
I mean,
guy's
you can.
not gonna.
I mean, you have options. You could be a bad cop and just walk off.
I could. I'm not a bad cop. I'm a dirty cop. There's a difference.
I don't know. The way you rolled that law roll last time, that was pretty bad. So, Ursula, you likewise. No, you don't do the Heimlich maneuver like that. No, you got to pound on his back.
I don't think I was that bad. I'm not critically failing. I'm like,
No,
no, at least
no.
you not hopeful, but at least
But no, yeah, you guys basically have failed any opportunity to save this person. She is,
does she have any ID or anything on her? So at least we know who she is before she expires.
oh, well, I mean, you can do a search roll, see if she can find anything on the person, or the car before it blows up.
I didn't find shit.
The car blows
Did
up.
you
Oh,
did you by any chance see anything, Iris?
So,
I didn't even check if there was anybody else in the car. Oh my god.
so while you're actually doing that search, you're patting down pockets and back pockets and all that, and the back of her shirt rides up a little bit. So go ahead and
Nope. I'm not looking at shit. Just for the record, I'm not looking at shit. I am staring at the car on fire.
I didn't check if there was anything else in the car. Okay, what it's
Well,
all
I'm
right.
staring at the car to figure it out right now.
So what
That's
am I
I'm
looking
doing.
at? What am I seeing here?
so as the back of her shirt rides up, you see what looks like something almost engraved into the back of her skin at her lower back, where you'd commonly see something like a tramp stamp.
Hmm.
Except it looks very fresh, and it looks like what's called scarification, where it's not a tattoo. It is literally scars dug into the back of her skin, and they look fresh, and is a word, and the word only says "fool." Roll for sanity.
Well,
All right. Well, I mean, clearly this chick's just into some weird shit. So
that's exactly where I'm gonna be. I'm glad. I was like, well, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with the label.
so Jack, to get you back into the game, one of the on-call day shift people will show up to relieve you of duty, so you can go back to the station if you so desire.
I suppose. They still haven't gotten to the call for the riots, have they?
That is
No.
correct.
I will head
We
that
got derailed
direction.
by the drunk driver.
Yeah,
Wait, this was a riot? I thought this was a house call.
it was for a fight in the yard.
Oh, and now it's turned into a riot? Jeez. I told you, it's like the Hatfields and McCoys out there.
The quiet little redneck mountain town. So yeah, what are you two doing at the scene now that you've got a body and a
Well,
on fire car?
I'm gonna see if there's nothing that we could have salvaged from the car before it goes all together.
Well, I mean, you try. You guys have not tried that yet.
All right, I'm gonna try quickly.
No, I'm
No?
not
All right.
trying.
I would say, who wants to try to search?
I'll try.
While they do that, I'll be right back.
What
Okay.
what do I gotta do?
Okay, so you were going to roll a search roll, but you're going to be at a negative 20.
Ooh. Do I have to input that?
No.
Doesn't matter. I failed anyway.
But yeah, you would have needed a 21 to pass that.
Fair enough. All right. Well, this has been fruitless. I am just gonna go back to the car and radio Herschel about all this stuff. Because at the very
Already called for
least,
fire, EMS, all that.
are they
Yep,
on their way? Are
they
they?
are on the way. Uh, EMS is
I'm
going to
just.
take a minute to get there
I'm
because
just.
the one ambulance is going back to the hospital with the hurt lady. The other ambulance is on its way.
We're having quite a day here.
You are.
Oh, listen. I guess we could secure the area. Make sure nobody decides to wander in. Be some
I
jokesters.
mean, I don't think anybody is. Not many people on the road this time of night.
Is it night?
It has become evening because yeah, you guys spent a couple hours back, checking in evidence and doing paperwork for that for the first call.
Okay. All right. Hey, I'm gonna open the glove box and take some sanitary wipes and just start like wiping my face and my neck and my hands. Just like this is all terrible.
It is. It is. It's not been a great night.
I don't know, Iris. What do you want to do now? You want to go get some hamburgers after this?
Well, we gotta go to this riot thing that's happening.
I guess so. Hope Jack gets there before us and like takes care of it. I'm
Listen, I
really
could
just
I could go for some Waffle House. Is what I could go for.
say less. I don't know. At this rate, we may be walking into another fight.
Is there a Waffle House in Prosperity, Scotty? That is the question.
There is always a Waffle
Always
House.
a Waffle
Okay.
House.
I just wanted to check. I don't even know if y'all live places there are Waffle Houses because I know they're not everywhere.
We don't have a Waffle House, but I know what a Waffle House is.
I mean, anywhere worth living has a Waffle House.
I'm not sure. There's one by me.
I don't know. Maine's pretty well worth living for.
But do you have Waffle House?
We don't.
We do not have Waffle House either. I don't think I've ever in my real life been to Waffle House.
They're a southern western coast thing.
I've been to a Shoney's. We're just
Night
No.
and day difference.
yeah. It's the church. If the Waffle House went to AA and went to church, that's what a Shoney's is.
Okay, that is certainly a take.
Take. That's for sure.
Huh?
So yeah, you've secured the scene. You have called in, and a little bit later, probably about 10, 15 minutes, the fire truck rolls up.
I'm like, cool. They could. At that point, I imagine that the car's just a husk. At this point, I'm like, they're over here putting down kitty litter and just
I guess we'll kind
sprinkling.
of jot our reports, and if they're cool with handling the scene, move along
Yeah, I
to
guess
what
so.
we need to actually go to.
Yeah. So you guys head on to the fight in progress,
Okay.
and that's delayed them enough that Jack, you've probably almost caught up to them.
Probably.
So yeah, you guys would probably arrive at a similar time frame within a minute or two each other, and it's a small house really towards the outskirts of town. For those familiar with this is what is commonly referred to as a nip joint. For those not familiar with this is a place where illegal moonshine is sold as a more or less kind of a speakeasy or underground bar, where basically people come in, buy shots and drinks of moonshine, and that's how it's commonly resold. So
We don't have token.
I
There we
am. Say, give me uno momento, por favor.
Sí, como no.
Okay. So yeah, you arrive at out front of the place, and sure enough, there is a couple people fighting on the front lawn.
Are they bigger than me?
Asking the important questions.
How many people are we looking at?
I mean, right now it's only two on the front lawn, but give me an alertness roll.
Ooh, all needs to do that one.
For everyone?
Yep.
All right.
Apparently, I'm tired.
Damn, I'm super awake.
Okay. For Iris and Jack, you see the two people on the front lawn, but you also hear shouting and a bunch of stuff getting thrown around inside the house. Ursula, you hear none of this. You're just concentrating on the two guys slugging it out on the front lawn.
Well, this one's going to be a fun one. Do we take care of these guys first or go in first?
I would say let's take care of the people in front because they're disturbing the neighbors the most.
You guys take care of the free people in front. I'll go inside.
All right. I guess I start approaching the guys and say, "Hey, police, break it up, or we'll break it up for you."
They don't seem to respond. They are continuing to beat the shit out of each other.
I will knock
right.
heavily on the door.
There is no response from inside other than, more yelling. And a second later, right as you start walking towards that window, a body comes flying through it as someone is thrown through the window.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
I gotta.
enough probable cause. I open the door if it's not locked.
It does not appear to be locked.
What do I see?
Well, inside there is a whole lot of people, and a whole lot of these people are indeed fighting. So, Ursula, your attempts to get them to stop fighting have gone unheeded. What is your next move?
Listen, I'm just gonna start drawing my taser, and I'm like, unless you guys want to start tasting batteries, I suggest you stop touching each other right now.
All right, so that does not seem to dissuade them from continuing to beat the shit out of each other. Iris.
I hadn't decided what I was doing quite yet. um,
It sucks. Right?
what all do I have for equipment? I should probably look at that.
I mean, presumably you would have pepper spray, a taser, some sort of asp or baton, handcuffs, and standard, uh, sidearm. And
Okay,
I would
I've
also
got
presume that you're wearing your standard bulletproof vest.
I've got my baton. I apparently don't have a taser, by the way, just for the record.
Yeah,
Somehow.
I don't have that in my
I
equipment.
should probably procure a taser later.
Well,
Uh,
it's one of those things I consider a standard issue for a cop, so I'm not going to sit there and say you don't have one just because it's not on your sheet right this second.
Okay. I'm also gonna yell at the guys to break it up first before I do anything. Just to, make sure I'm not making things worse. So persuade, intimidate, what is that?
Yeah, give me an intimidate roll. See if you can somehow manage this. You are going to be at a -20.
Is that
Do
the
we have an
human?
intimidate?
That's
It's the
18.
second one. Human int on the third column.
Yeah, we never fixed that since last
I
session.
had-
Wait, is
You,
it because there's one on the second column,
No.
there's one on the third column. I thought the human intent was the second one in the second
yeah,
one.
it's the one in the third column, the one to the right.
Yep.
Okay.
I
I
know
wouldn't have
because
been
I
able to do
boosted
anything
mine.
anyway at a -20. I don't know why I even tried. I have a 15 in that.
You're not very intimidating.
I want to go to the trunk of the car and grab the standard issue shotgun.
Okay,
Okay.
so are we going for riot control rounds or buckshot?
Riot control rounds.
Okay, so basically the beanbag rounds.
Yep.
All
And
right.
coming out of that, I'm going to clock it. And I'm just going to point at one of the guys and shoot them right there.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll me a firearms check for that one.
Whew, almost critical success.
Almost. Yes, you fucking peg some dude in the side of the head with this beanbag. It knocks him to
again.
the ground. It knocks him out. The guy he was fighting immediately turns and launches himself at you. So go ahead and roll dodge.
All right. 14 success.
Yeah, so you step out of the way as he kind of lunges past you and goes out the front door. Ursula, what are you doing now that neither of your attempts have been successful at
Well,
intimidating or stopping the fight?
I'm gonna power walk towards the fight and then shoot them with the taser.
All right, go ahead and give me a firearms roll then.
I'm done with this shit.
Yeah, so you fucking light one of their asses up.
All right. As that one goes off, I'm gonna keep on marching towards them and gonna take out the baton and
I'm gonna immediately grab, I assume, zip ties, and with the one that went down,
yeah,
zip tie both arms and legs in a hog tie. Just because we got so many people, we got to move quick.
yep. As I keep on marching forward, I'm gonna take out my baton, shink, and about to kneecap the next one.
All right, so Iris, go ahead and start wrangling these this tased dude.
If I what?
Actually, I mean he's pretty much shocked and twitching, so it's not going to be much of a challenge for you, I would assume. So go ahead and do that. Ursula, go ahead and give me an unarmed, or sorry, melee if you're using the ASP.
Sorry, give me a second. I gotta find melee weapons. Oh God, he's gonna. That's gonna be terrible.
Yeah. So you managed to miss because the guy is moved. You've twitched, just kind of trip over the twitching dude, and you come down, and your ankle twists a little bit. So go ahead, and you're going to take 1 point of damage for twisting your ankle as you come down wrong, and you missed the guy.
Do I take that off of HP?
Yes.
Okay.
So, Jack, you have a combatant that just passed you, and there's still plenty more inside. What's your move?
I'm literally cocking the gun, pointing it behind me, and shooting the guy that just fell behind me.
All right, so give me a firearms roll for that one.
What kind of shot is in this gun?
It's beanbags.
It's beanbags. It's riot control
Beanbags.
round.
Okay.
It's non-lethal.
It's riot control. It's non-lethal.
It's gonna.
shot.
They're
I'm
not
not
lethal,
going
but
insane yet.
they hurt really really bad.
They hurt really bad.
I mean, the dude that he just fucking clocked in the temple is probably going to have a fucking concussion, to be honest. And this dude is probably going to have a bruise the size of a fist for about a month, and possibly a cracked rib, because you're talking pretty close range, beanbag around to the side of the chest. But yeah, he's down. He is gasping for breath. He is rolling around, and he is not fighting back. Because yeah, that fucking hurt.
I will clock again and say, all right, who wants the next one?
Who are you saying this to, by the way?
The people in the crowd in the room, right? Because, or where are we? Am I in the front yard with the guys? Because I'm confused.
Well, I mean,
where
presumably you're still kind of in the doorway to the front of the house. I didn't know
That's
if you
what
were
I
still
was
looking
thinking.
back
There's still-
towards the
there's
yard
people-
or inside the house.
No, there's people in the house that are still fighting, right?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, then that's what I'll say.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and roll me an intimidate at a -20.
Nope. It would have been a success if it wasn't -20.
They don't seem to be that intimidated or otherwise listening to your commands.
So that's a failure. So right.
That is a failure. Iris, so you've watched your partner trip over the twitching guy as you're trying to handcuff him, or rather restrain him with zip ties, and she's twisted her ankle, and the guy that she was going after starts lunging at her. What are you doing?
Is he close enough that like I can baton him in the knees?
In theory, supposedly, yeah. So go ahead and
So that's a what?
that's going to be a melee.
Foundry doesn't want to pull up my character sheet all of a sudden when it usually does. Hang on 10 seconds. I'm restarting it real quick, refreshing it. All right, see. There we go. Okay. Melee, you said?
Yep.
Melee weapons. All right. Oh, nope. I miss.
Yep. You. I mean, fortunately, it's not a critical fail, so you just kind of miss them because you're kind of like on the ground kneeling, so you kind of swing out, but doesn't happen. So Ursula, give me a dodge roll at a -20.
Trying to figure out where dodge is. I'm sorry.
Going to be under the skills.
Okay.
Alphabetical.
Skills.
It's the second row column.
Okay, dodge at a -20.
All right. So that's still going to do it.
That's
So
the
yeah,
sex.
that a 7 would do it. Because that's going to be rolling against a 10, which is like, yep, that does it. So yeah, you managed to kind of roll away as the guy you were swinging after comes at you and lunges at you, and he stumbles and moves past you.
All
So
right.
what are you doing at that point?
I'm gonna clock him.
Okay, give me another melee.
Is it melee or is it unarmed combat?
If you're using, oh wait, are you
Oh,
punching him or using the baton?
I'm gonna punch him.
Oh, okay, then it's unarmed. I thought you were still using your
Yeah,
baton. Oh yeah, no, you fucking knock the shit out of him. Go ahead and give me
out again. Sorry.
so yeah, go ahead and give me the damage roll for that for an unarmed attack.
How do I? I'm sorry. You're gonna.
If you go to equipment, it should be listed under your weapons as unarmed attack.
Okay.
Which and then how do you?
It didn't let
that's
me
the wrong
roll
one.
the damage. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
Yeah,
it
that's
was the other one.
Yeah. So yeah, you knock him as he kind of hits back and he kind of stumbles over and falls to the ground. But he starts getting back up. So move back over to Jack real quick. Jack, what are you doing?
What are they doing inside? They're still fighting?
They are still fighting.
I'll find the toughest, biggest guy and shoot him.
I love just the casual violence here. Go ahead and roll that beautiful firearms footage.
Success.
Yeah, you nail him with the fucking beanbag, and guy doubles over. Because you managed to take the fight out of him for a moment. So you got a guy that you've knocked unconscious with a round to the temple at close range. You got a guy with a broken ribs behind you, and now a guy doubled over. And there's still probably a good dozen people in this house.
And they're still fighting.
And yeah, in fact, they are still fighting and ignoring you.
Do we have like an air horn somewhere?
I'm shooting a shotgun. It's loud.
I'll say that, and presumably you would have a bullhorn or something in the vehicle as well.
It's loud. They are completely ignoring it.
Yeah, you do find that a little odd, to be honest. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
Something's getting people really riled up today. So what am I doing with this? So we're still on Jack, and what's he doing on the inside, right?
Yeah. No, that's my action.
So. Yep. Okay. So we're going to go back over to Iris. You have successfully secured the one you were arresting. You missed with the baton. So what's your next action there?
It's the same gentleman that.
Yeah, you knocked him over when you punched him, but I mean that's not really taking him out. 1 point of damage ain't gonna do much to him.
All right.
So that's why I was asking Iris what she wanted to do to follow up.
Fair enough.
Oh, I'm sorry. I spaced out for a second. Um, the other dude is still up, right?
No, he's kind of tumbled over because he lunged at Ursula. Ursula dodged out of the way, and then cold cocked him as he went past, so he kind of fell over and rolled on the
Then
ground.
I'm gonna go ahead and cuff him if I can.
All right,
Knee to the
so
back and cuff him or whatever.
okay, so that is going to do that. You are going to actually have to do some unarmed to grapple with him to get him in position to do that because he's not
Okay.
that hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so you managed to get him down and pin him and start yanking his arms back to zip tie him. All right, so Ursula, Iris has managed to get the guy down and start handcuffing him. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just gonna follow the trail of hurt people that Jack's leaving. Is doing the same, just zip tying them up. Like,
I mean, this
get
does
to the
seem to
one in
be
the
a
front. In
path.
the front, just get the one that fell out the door. Get the one that fell out the window. Just keep on moving. Just
I'm gonna between like breaths of like cuffing this guy, radio Herschel and be like, Herschel, we're gonna need a bigger paddy wagon.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Like how big?
How many people are we looking at? I
Uh,
just go big.
okay, I'll see what I can do.
Are we at school bus levels yet, guys?
Well, I mean, you do have close to probably a dozen plus people overall, so
yeah.
maybe
So
not
short
school
bus
bus, but
levels?
probably short bus. So
Oh
yeah,
man.
Ursula, you're starting to go and handcuff those guys. Jack.
I'm gonna take a look at the next person who's fighting near me and fire.
All right, go ahead
If they're
and
not listening to me, the only way I can subdue them is subdue them.
okay. Before you do that, go ahead and give me an alertness roll real quick.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, so you're also going to want to give me a dodge roll.
No.
Okay, so what happens there is you start trying to take aim at the next guy, and you notice someone across the room look like they're winding back to throw a bottle, and they miss their intended target. But you notice this, so you try to dodge out of the way and sidestep where you think it's going to be, and kind of maneuver into it. So give me a
How many
1d4.
How many
Do I
times have I
see
done
this?
that?
So yeah, you're going to take a
Okay.
bottle to the forehead as it shatters open, coating you in what smells like very cheap alcohol. Uh, and you kind of stumble back and hit the wall behind you as you take 2 points of damage. And there's a bit of blood trickling down your forehead now.
They're making it so I don't want to use the riot rounds anymore.
So Ursula, you're coming up behind him, presumably. I mean, I would presume that you're probably up here at this point, having handcuffed him, and you
Mhm.
see Jack stumble back and hit the wall right next to it as a bottle crashes to the floor right in front of him, having bounced off his rather thick skull, apparently.
I'm like, boy, if you could get your hands up, that homing beacon of a head would do well in college football.
I'll say that, and you're just thankful that it wasn't you that hit him this time. Uh,
All right. So how many people are still left in this room who are
Quite
fighting?
a few.
yeah, you still got in excess of 10 people.
All right. beanbags are slow going.
Yeah, but they're
Um,
working.
I mean,
yeah,
they're at least incapacitating them and knocking them down long enough to get handcuffed.
it's all right. I'm about to just bear mace everybody in the face. Just
Question: do we hear the bear mace go off?
Well, I mean,
Not the house yet.
Hmm?
Jack would, Iris
Oh.
would not.
Okay.
What?
Uh, I mean, you're pulling out a can of bear mace. Iris is still trying to get like everybody in the yard taken care of. Uh, so she is not right there. So she probably would not hear you pull the can and start unloading the bear
I'm
mace
not
if
in
that
the
is what you're
building.
doing.
Yeah, I mean it has a spray range. So
Yeah, but you're doing it in tight quarters of an interior of a house.
Pepper spray and bear mace are nasty.
yep. Well, I am taking the benefit that there's no wind to blow it back onto me.
Well, I mean, there is a ceiling fan.
Fair. All right. Should I reconsider this now? Because
I
maybe
mean,
it works differently than what I think than what's going to be working in universe. In the movies, it's just very direct. Um,
I will also point out that I will remind people you do have luck to spend and burn if you need it to make some of these tighter rolls.
I don't I don't know how to use the luck.
Basically, you just subtract points from your score. Uh, if you look over in your journals, uh,
Okay.
there is under the game stuff folder, there is a subfolder marked luck.
Okay.
And there should be three little sections that luck and what it can do for you. Luck can't buy you everything, and regaining favor with Lady Luck.
So I could. Is the end of a chapter every session, or the end of the chapter
End
when you
of
start?
chapter is pretty much every little arc or adventure. So we're currently in the episode 2 of this first little adventure.
Okay.
So once you guys finish solving this particular mystery and puzzle, I will let you re-roll for that. So you can go, several episodes between restoring your luck. It is a finite commodity.
All right. So I'm gonna try to start bear macing and spend luck if I need to. So what do I need to roll to start?
For something like that, it is going to be a firearms check to. Well, no, I mean it's bear mace. It's not really a firearms aiming sort of thing. So actually, we're going to call that one a knowledge roll to see if you can intelligently aim this stuff and do it in a controlled manner. There's not really going to be a other good way to do that one.
I am trying to figure out where my knowledge roll button.
Go to statistics and then go to int.
Oof. Okay. Cool.
Oh, I mean, you passed it. So yeah, you managed to do very short, controlled bursts up close, so it doesn't get pulled up through the air currents. So yeah, you managed to get someone with it.
Yeah, oh, I was hoping to get a couple of people if they're fighting.
I mean, you do that, it's gonna be a wider, longer burst that is gonna spread out. So if you're
I
doing this
understand.
intelligently, you kind of try to control it. If you're not doing it intelligently, yeah, you can hit multiple people, but then you're gonna put it up into the air and possibly hit you and your partner.
Understood. All right, and I'm just gonna keep
So
on.
I will present you with the option. You decide how you're gonna handle
No,
that.
we're gonna do it the first way, the way that was a little bit smarter. Um, and I'm just gonna keep on marching through, trying to get people subdued.
Okay,
Hopefully, somebody's coming behind me to wrap up these guys.
that would be Iris. Iris, what are you doing?
I'm coming in with my baton,
All right, so Ursula has
and
advanced
I'm
a
aiming
little bit
for.
further into the house. Iris, you're probably up towards the entrance.
I am aiming for knees as I come in.
Wow,
So
going to cause permanent, lifelong disabilities.
They were warned.
I
Eh,
mean, they
I
knew
mean,
we were coming in.
the first guy came in with a shotgun, so
I'm aiming to put them down for safety.
Look, I'm not judging. Totally judging. Not
I
judge.
know you're judging me, but still.
So yeah, you can start swinging at someone. Give me a melee if you're doing batons.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to push the C button in the video. That does not work. Melee weapons. There we go. Oh,
Ooh, I'm
maybe
gonna get
not.
hit.
Nope. You go to swing and you
At least
swing
it's
and a
not a
miss.
crit.
I say, fortunately, it's not a crit, so you're not injuring someone else or yourself. So we'll go back to Jack. Jack, you've kind of fallen and hit the wall, and you're kind of going back up. You feel blood trickling down your forehead a little bit. And your two partners have entered and are starting to try to back you up a little bit here. What's your next move?
I'm gonna step over this way, and the guy who threw the bottle, I'm aiming for him.
Okay, well that's going to be harder because he is on the other side of the room.
That's fine. I'm still aiming.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and give me the roll. You're going to be at a -10 for that one. All right, so yeah, I mean you pass that one flying colors. Yeah, you hit him, and he falls and kind of lays back against the bar.
So
Yeah, they are kind of assholes about this one. So yeah, Ursula.
I'm gonna keep moving through. I don't.
Okay, well go ahead and give me another controlled burst of that one, and see if you can successfully control that burst.
We rolled
Use
intelligence
a
for that.
baton
Yep.
instead.
What was that?
oh,
Failure.
Okay, so
How,
yeah, you
how do I
do.
spend points to make it not a failure? How much is that?
Okay,
Like
so
13?
that's going to be 5 points. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to where your luck score is,
Mm-hmm.
and the left-hand number, you're going to go ahead and drop that down by 5 points.
Okay.
I'm hoping luck will work that way.
Just as a curiosity to see if that does work that way. This does not matter or count for anything. All right.
It did. Take the 15. Yeah.
All right.
What is her luck? I mean,
Actually, it should
her
be
luck
60.
Yeah, now it's 60. Yeah, I just did that.
I might have to work on that.
Yeah, we'll try to figure that one out. But yeah. But yeah, it should be 60 points because you spent 5 of them. So that is what we're looking at as far as what you're going to roll against. Okay, so yeah, you managed to pass it. You do another controlled burst. You drop another guy as he drops and starts rubbing at his eyes and coughing and hating life very, very much. And having gone through chem warfare training and gotten gassed in the military, it fucking sucks. So yeah, Iris,
Yes.
next
I'm
move.
still aiming for knees.
Elbows, no, shoulders, knees, and toes. Knees and
It's head, shoulders, knees, and toes, but okay.
Well, if you're going for joints,
True. Foundry's freezing on me again. Hang on, I gotta restart real quick.
eh,
Alright.
that's weird.
Why does
Yeah,
your foundry? Yeah, that's weird.
it's like not letting me pull my character sheet up.
Hmm.
Alright, I'll take
Hmm.
it.
That is a good one. So yeah, you managed to go ahead and knock someone down to take that knee out, and they drop to the ground and start screaming and grabbing their knee. You hear a very uncomfortable pop as you do that. And as someone who's
Police
gone through knee
brutality!
surgery and had knee issues, that hurts. That dude ain't walking right ever again. Congratulations. We're about to see if Herschel actually paid for the insurance or not.
Oof.
All right, so Jack, you were
Well, I got 3 more shots in this thing, if I recall correctly, with a shotgun. This
I'll
pump
say one
action
in the
shotgun.
one in the chamber and probably a
2
couple rounds in
more.
the breach. Yeah.
So I will fire another one
All
at
right.
someone.
Go ahead and knock him out. Yeah, I will let you drop another guy.
Done with
This
this.
is a huge fight. What the hell started all this?
That's an excellent question. Once you take care of the immediate problem, you may want to start trying to investigate that. So, Ursula, go ahead and give me an alertness roll. So you
Cool.
notice one of the guys coming at you from the side. You're facing one way, and the guy's coming up on your side. And he looks like he's holding a knife. So go ahead and give me a dodge roll. Yeah,
Yay.
you managed to successfully dodge out of the way of that one. What is your response?
Can I do one of those moves where you dodge and you pull the person forward with your own weight and you flip them over?
Basically, kind of use their own momentum against them sort of deals.
Yeah,
Like
it's jujitsu
I'll
moves.
say jujitsu, taekwondo, sort of, tai
Yeah.
chi sort of energy. Yeah. Absolutely. Go ahead and give me an unarmed on that one, and you're going to be at a plus 20
Unarmed.
on that.
Is that an unarmed combat or unarmed?
And in combat.
Yeah, it's going to be unarmed combat.
Okay. Did not quite get it. He probably falls on top of me.
Nope. It's good. I said you're at a plus 20 for that one because
Oh.
you did. It was a setup on that one.
Okay.
So yeah, you managed to at least get him to. You grab his arm as he thrusts and dodges past you. You throw him down and have his arm held in, and he's still got the knife in the arm, but you've got it secured, and he's on the ground.
All right.
How do you want to proceed from there?
Gonna start bending his hand so that he releases the knife and start the process of trying to cuff him up.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a physical roll. That should be no problem for you.
Stats.
Because basically you're twisting the arm, pulling against the joint.
Is that a strength?
That is going to be strength. Yep. Oh yeah, you pretty much. He drops the knife. You got his. You roll him over, kick him over. His arm is pinned. You have him in absolutely any position you want him in to secure him.
Asshole.
Yeah, these guys are real assholes. I'm sick of them.
These guys are assholes. I don't like these assholes.
Hey, I could have used bullets. I chose not to.
Your discretion is appreciated.
It's really annoying to process dead bodies.
Exactly. It's the paperwork. Paperwork for an injured person is not nearly as bad as a dead body.
We're already going to be drowning in it tonight for what happened.
I know.
so-
God.
I'm glad the governor approved the overtime.
I would say, honestly, if you guys were anything like my first group, you would just all pawn it off on Herschel and tell him to do it.
Oh. Oh, that's an
That's an
idea.
idea.
Poor Herschel.
Well, he gets to not be here, so.
Hey, Herschel, process these reports. That's not really. Just do it before next shift, and try to make it lead. Okay.
I don't care if you use ChatGPT. Just do it.
What's Chat GPT?
I don't know what time frame this is. I thought it was modern.
It is.
Oh, okay.
He just doesn't
But-
know what it is.
But we are in quiet, rural bumfuck nowhere. I mean, the name of the county is Bland County. I mean, come on.
All right. So, how many more guys do we have to in order to get this place under
Oh,
control?
there's probably about 5 more guys at this point.
Oh my God! Why are there so many of them? Like, can the rest of you just calm the fuck down? Do we have to go over there and beat each and every one of you?
Well, you're going to try to make an intimidating statement, persuasion, or you just say that and being pissed off before you start
I'm gonna
macing more people.
I'm gonna say that as a human intimidation. So that's the last column.
Yeah, that's going to be the one on the third column, and I will need to fix that.
I'm working on it.
All right, you're
Yeah.
not very intimidating, despite the fact that you have basically just ripped someone's
Manhand.
arm off. They
Well,
don't seem to be very intimidated by you.
I'm just gonna just get up and start like cracking my neck, going making those sounds. Like, all right, I'm not doing the bear mace anymore. I'm just gonna start moving and starting to beat people up with my dukes here.
So you're actually just punching the shit out of people instead of like using baton.
Yeah, I'm actually better with my ones and twos than my baton. I
Look,
mean, if
I'm going
Iris
to
wants to come
retribute
and
some equal rights and some
yeah,
equal lefts, okay?
yeah, exactly.
So yeah, you walk up to the next dude and just
Just
lay into
fucking
him. Go ahead and
just
give me an unarmed.
I actually am better unarmed than melee too. Whoops.
bam.
All right,
I should be punching people.
give me the damage roll.
D4 minus 1.
All right, you fucking cold cock. I mean, knocks him off balance. So yeah, we'll move over to Iris. Iris, what are you doing?
Like where in position to me is every person that's coming at us though.
Well, they're not really necessarily always coming at you. They're more or less involved in their own little disputes at the moment. But yeah, you there's a guy probably within about 5-10 foot of you that you can safely maneuver to over to.
All right, so I'm
Um,
gonna move over to him.
I don't
And
know, Iris. If I knock him down, you want to clean him up?
okay, should I just be cuffing everybody that's down now?
It's up to
Look,
you.
I
look,
could go
just
do
like on
that.
Hinge, it is now cuffing season. Okay.
It is the wrong time of year for that, but okay.
Look, kill my fucking joke. Okay. Damn. I try to make it funny, and all I get is grief.
She gave grief, and maybe it'll be funny. I don't know.
Love you though.
So, Cyrus, what you doing?
Um, I said that okay, so we've got like 4 people left, right?
Yep.
Do we want me to take them down or do you want me to start cuffing people behind y'all?
Your choice, man.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of a combat. It's hard to make a decision like that.
All right, I'm just gonna keep taking people down right alongside everybody else. I'm going to attempt to like sweep and kick at the nearest person's knees to knock them down.
Okay. Well,
You have
give
a
me
knee
a
habit right now.
Yes,
look.
apparently I do.
She's got to go break the balls. It's just the
I will
sound.
point out that taking someone out of the knees in combat is a great way to deal with them.
It
That's
is.
why I've been aiming for everybody's knees. Because realistically, how are you going to take my ass down? Hit my knees. I will go down. I did not make that one.
I'm making comments in my head that I will not repeat on air. Uh, so yeah, I mean, you can either spend 15 luck or take the failure on that one.
How much luck did I have? Fuck it, I'll spend 15 luck.
All right. That's what I love to hear. People just spending luck willy nilly.
I don't know what the true value of it is, so I'm just gonna drunken sailor. Just.
Luck is a twofold limited system. You roll against luck as a D100. You know, hey, is the door unlocked? Is this in the car? Do I happen to find this? Yeah, that's roll luck. Do I have cell phone reception out in the middle of nowhere? Roll luck. But then you can also spend it as a monetary amount, so to speak, so you can adjust your rolls, adjust sanity loss, things like that.
Okay.
It has 2 uses, and they're all great until you run out of luck, and then you need to roll luck.
Dave,
What do we
you
do?
gonna make it?
No, I'm in a lot of pain.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, go ahead and if you're spending the 15 luck, go ahead and roll damage for that real quick.
A lot of pain.
Sorry, I was muted. What was the damage on that?
1d4 minus
24
one
plus 1.
if you're doing unarmed.
D4 minus 1?
Yep.
Rude. That's just rude.
So yeah, you kick him, but it doesn't
I
really
should
give
not
him
have
up.
spent the damn luck.
That is how the
Cookie
how
crumble.
this goes. All right. So yeah, at that point you kick the guy, and he just kind of looks at you, and yeah.
I'm going to shoot at him above her because she's down trying to hit his knee. I'm going to shoot him above
Well,
him.
he's going to
Okay.
have the immediate react on that one.
Okay.
So yeah, give me 1 second here. Okay, yeah, so he completely fucking misses and stumbles and goes down.
Oh, actually goes down. So she
Oh,
manages to get him.
well, no, he like stumbled over and fell down because he missed. He crit failed. So he is very much prone and open to you shooting him if you want to.
Oh yeah. I'll shoot him in the back of the
Okay,
back.
so you're at a plus 20 to hit him at this point, if it matters.
Well, plus 20 would mean that I would not fail.
Yeah, so yeah, it did actually matter in this case. So yeah, you still managed to hit him. Because I mean he's pretty much prone and down, so you pretty much nail him dead on. So yeah, he lets out a pained noise and goes still.
All right, look, you two that are left. Drop it. Get down on the ground.
Give me an intimidate roll or a persuade roll.
How does this go, X?
All right, so they kind of hesitate and look at you like kind of like wide-eyed for the first time, realizing you guys are actually there. So
But they
they've
don't get
stopped
down.
fighting it. They've stopped fighting at least. So what's your next move?
My command was to get down.
Yeah, I mean, hey, they at least stopped fighting. So I mean, that's a start in the right direction here. But if you don't want to do anything after that, I will turn it over to Ursula.
I mean, if they stop fighting, then they stop fighting. I mean, without doing another action, I don't feel like I should have another action.
Yeah. So that's turn it over to Ursula. Ursula, what are you doing when the last 2 remaining people have stopped fighting?
I was like, you sure you guys don't want to taste some knuckle sandwiches? Hmm? They're delicious. Turn
Cuff the
around.
dudes.
Huh?
Just cuff the dudes.
Cuff them.
Fine. Take it. I mean,
So one of them kind of looks at you, and he has this really spaced out look in his eyes. Pig knuckles don't go in sandwiches.
super funny. I grab him, just slam him in the wall, and then start cuffing him.
All right, so give me an athletics to start grappling him like that. Then
Ooh.
you slip in some spilled drinks and slide that don't really grab him very well.
It's fine.
Iris,
Yes.
what is Iris
I-
doing?
Cuffing the other one. Gonna
Okay, well,
grab him.
similarly, go ahead and give me a roll to try to grab.
Is that going to be athletics or unarmed combat for
That's going to
grappling?
be unarmed combat in this particular case for you.
Rude. Dave, you really jinxed me.
Wah, wah.
It's been beneficial to me, so it won't now, but it was.
All right, so yeah, you likewise have failed in your attempt to kill these last people, despite the fact that they are not really fighting back.
Oh, jeez, do I have to do everything myself?
Look,
I'm gonna.
if you two women want to beat your partner after that comment, the body cam switch is on the right. Just flick it down.
And I'm
That's
going to go
okay.
ahead
We'll
and
get him.
try to put one of them in cuffs.
All right,
Do you want me to do unarmed or
that's going to be an
athletics?
unarmed to try to grapple.
Guess not. These guys are slippery.
They're coated in blood and beer and alcohol and sweat, and
Should have just
you are
shot them.
likewise. I'll say that, and the fact that you still have probably a minor concussion at this point. So at this point, Yakety Sax is playing in the background. So yeah, Ursula, go ahead and attempt to corral and dissuade. And go ahead and roll that unarmed to see if you can manage to grab them and do it.
Wait, I don't think she heard us.
Ursula,
I'm
sweet.
I'm sorry. I went off another. What am I doing?
Are you attempting to still arrest these people?
Yeah, let's do this.
So go ahead and roll me an unarmed.
Man.
You can spend it 8 points to
Yeah,
pass it.
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, you managed to jerk him down, throw him on the ground, and get him cuffed.
All right. It's enough. You know what it is that we fought the whole place here? This is ridiculous.
It is a bit ridiculous. You will.
Why were you guys all fighting? Anybody sober enough to say anything or conscious enough?
He took a swing at me.
You guys were all swinging at each other, so
Well, yeah, but I had a right to defend myself.
yeah, but there was a riot in here. Why did he swing at you?
I don't know. He was drunk.
And you're not? All right, cool. I love this.
I'm as sober as sober as
As the judge, all right, let's get the
no,
jokester.
the judge isn't drunk. I saw him down at Roosters the other day. He was drunk too. I'm sober as one of those sober people.
Great. I need a drink. Ugh.
You probably want to go down to John's then. He's the cop bar.
All right. And what's this bar? The jokester bar?
This isn't a bar.
Yeah.
No, we're just some friends hanging out and having
Friends.
some drinks.
Is he so friendly? You guys all brawl and beat up your friends?
He swung at me first.
Oh my god. All right. I'm not playing this roundabout. Get in, just get out of here. Come on. Let's go.
All right, so there is one left. Who wants to try to take out the one only the lonely?
I'll try.
Or
no.
not.
And I'm not
I
wasting
will-
luck on that, so
I will do it then. Really? What the fuck? Jay?
So this dude has decided that discretion is the better part of valor and has started running away from you guys.
Point out and shoot him. If he's running away, I can shoot him.
Oh.
So yeah, if you want to take a last
It's my last
shot
bullet.
in your shotgun. Whew.
There we go.
All right, you managed to beat him in
Just
the
here.
back, and he falls to the ground.
I just hear a funk.
And then I'm gonna go put cuffs on him.
All right, you managed to put cuffs on him.
Thank you.
All right, so
Man,
at
how
that
many?
point, everybody has been cuffed and/or contained. So, in the interest of Dave being rather in pain and not feeling great at this point, let's go ahead and do the advancement rolls real quick for anything failed tonight, which is probably mostly unarmed for all of you.
Okay, so apply skill improvements.
First
Yep.
aid, intimidation, melee.
Hold on, I gotta go back and look at my rolls for failures. So is there a limit to how
Wait,
many?
No, I did do an unarmed failure. Hang on. I
Is
missed that
there?
one.
Okay, so as we go through, we're supposed to
Check mark everything
Oh,
that you
shit.
fail.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, there is history if you really want to go back.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, and I'm like, ooh, I should have been check marking that.
Yeah, I was saying, remember that some of those you paid to pass anyway,
Pass
so
the
those
lock,
don't
yeah.
count.
Yeah. Ah, thanks.
Oh,
Man,
sure.
there was a lot of failures tonight. At least
Not
for
with the
me.
firearm.
No, the firearm did that really, really well.
That was the only thing I could think of was to get the shotgun from the back of the truck.
I mean, it worked.
So, man, I failed so much stuff today.
Are we done for tonight, Scotty?
Yeah, if you need to cut out, I
No,
completely
I'm
understand.
just gonna get people over to somebody else.
Yep. So thanks for joining us, everybody, and we'll see you
Yes.
back here in 2 weeks for episode 3 and see how they clean up this mess and investigate the causes thereof.
All right. Sounds
oh.
good.
All right. So Jay's doing his weekly stream. We'll go over and visit Jay. Jay's a really nice guy. He has really messed up thoughts when it comes to D&D and playing. He does a lot of werewolf stuff. Let's go over to Jay and help if I could spell his name correctly. We'll go over to Jay and say hi to him. Everybody say hi to Jay. Make
Hi,
him feel welcome.
Jay.
Hey, Jay.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. And coming. It's actually more like 10 seconds. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
I gotta say hi to him.
Yep, I can't chat in that one.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Verified accounts
chat?
only.
That's weird. I didn't know he did that.
They're verified only.
Interesting.
And we lost Sweet, so I was going to ask her if she had did her rolls yet. Looks like she had done all of her rolls. Yeah, you guys are going to, at this rate, you guys are going to level up quickly for skills and stats.
As I inappropriately messaged Scotty halfway through.
I thought they were just slick with lube.
I mean, given how much we missed them, it tracks.
Oh, one sec, guys. He has a question.
Yeah, it's like we could have kept going on, but it's like, all right, no, if you're in that much pain, I'm gonna go ahead and call it.
It's also past my bedtime, Scotty. Just saying. It's
Yeah.
a weeknight that we game on. If you'd started something new, you would not have.
But that works. At least gets us get you at least in your right position. So now the next day, you guys, you can process all these reports, and the next day you can start investigating the whole what happened with the child killer, and the dead body that you have now, and all this other fun stuff. What is that noise I keep hearing?
A printer.
Ah, okay.
It's Dave's, but like 90% sure that's a printer of some sort. Oh, geez. She checked everything off, huh?
Ugh. But yeah, no, it looks like everybody got a little bit of bumps tonight.
All right, sorry guys.
Oh no, you're
It's
fine.
okay.
I just wanted to I always like to do that whole. There's a whole situation where you transfer over, and then you kind of have to talk to the person for a little bit. Doesn't matter who you transfer to, unless they don't recognize you, which is not something you want to happen. So, well, I had you guys muted. Did I miss anything?
Not really, just us bullshitting.
Guess Sweetney dropped quickly, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to message her. Hey,